Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Ryan. This is Fine Detailing. If this is your first time joining, please consider liking and subscribing. It really helps the channel. Guys, we're just gonna get into it today. I'm tired of the BS. I'm gonna do my own test and I'm gonna settle this once and for all, okay? So what am I talking about? Why am I fired up? I'll let you know. So the controversy in question is DIY detail water spot remover, okay? There's been a few other videos that have come out. Sheepstar, who I respect and I like, has done a video. Dogma, Detailing Dogma, has done a video as well. And the concern or the controversy or the outstanding question is, does DIY detail contain other products such as SiO2 or silicone or something that leaves any durable protection on the surface, right? This is a water spot remover and a mineral remover, and that's what it should be first and foremost. And I don't think anyone's disputing that's what it does. But in their tests and other people's tests, they have sprayed it on the surface, wiped it in, and then rinsed it off, and it shows that it's hydrophobic. What I'm going to show you today is 3 different water spot removers. I'm going to show you DIY detail. I'm going to show you, this is Labocosmetica Energo. This is a mineral stain remover or water spot remover. This is incredibly potent. This is almost like a gel substance. I believe the main ingredient here is sulfuric acid. This is lactic acid. And then the third is Gtechniq water spot remover W9. The main ingredient in this is acetic acid. I believe I'm saying that correctly. So according to DIY Detail in Ivan LaCroix's response in Dogma's video, he mentioned, and I'll put this up on the screen, he mentioned that certain types of acids excite the surface, right? To get into a mini chemistry lesson, they can change I think maybe the surface tension and then give it the appearance that it looks like it's hydrophobic, right? The 2 acids he named are lactic acid, which is what's in DIY Detail, and acetic acid, which is what's in Gtechniq water spot remover. The difference in Frank's videos, he tested a wheel acid, which isn't intended to remove water spots, right? It's meant to help break down embedded brake dust. So I wanted to bring you a third but different type of acid, which is actually intended to remove minerals and water spots. So these are the 3, guys. Stick around to the end to my final thoughts. I want to talk through some of the things and some of the confusion and possibly some of the options that maybe you would want to consider when using one of these products. Thanks, guys. We'll jump into the test. Oh, really quickly, guys, I just wanted to jump in. I polished this hood prior to this test. I just used heavy cut compound and a rotary, so it's full of swirls and holograms, I should say. I'm not going to do this like no cut thing. If you don't believe me, like you can go elsewhere. Like there's no witchcraft or wizardry happening here. I'm not in the business of misleading people or lying to people. So that said, integrity is super important to me, and I'm going to do a fair and accurate test for you guys. So I polished this, so I'll show you what it looks like with nothing on the surface. Okay, slow beating, slow sheeting. So I'm going to come back here. I'm going to zoom in on here so you're not going to see me too much in the shot. I'll zoom in on the hood so you guys can get a good view. Okay, so we'll keep this running for you. But as you see, the water is kind of sheeting across the board. So we'll start here with DIY Detail water spot remover. And I'm going to spray a little on the panel, a little on this towel. We're going to rub it in. Okay. Okay. So we'll leave that there. I'm going to go with Energo in the middle. This stuff is like a gel. It's really, oh my God, it was like 20 bucks. All right, so there's Energo. Trying not to overlap it with the DIY. Okay. And here is the Gtechniq. Okay, Gtechniq on. Now we're gonna rinse. Guys, stick with me to my final thoughts here after we see the results of this, because I want to talk through it. It's very specific. All right. All right. DIY is beating and sheeting. Energo. Not really doing anything. Gtechniq. Would you look at that? It's doing the same exact thing as the DIY detail. Fast sheeting, right? DIY, flooding it. Energo, not doing anything. And Gtechniq, much slower to sheet, but it is sheeting nonetheless. So now what we're gonna do, I have about 4 gallons of water. I have Labocosmetica Primus in here, and we're gonna see if we can kind of strip it. So this is just a higher alkaline pre-wash. To go, make sure the dog wasn't gonna go through the front window. So this is a higher alkaline pre-wash. And we'll see if we can strip it. See if it leaves any durable protection behind, right? This is freshly applied. I believe this is a pH of 12. And I put about, I don't know, what did I say? I think it was like 60, 70 mils in the bucket. Okay, let's rinse. Sorry if you're hearing water pour. Seems to be a leak on my neighbor's AC unit. So, 1 wash with Labocosmetica Primus. That protection is gone on DIY and Gtechniq, neither of which are flooding. All right, guys, stick with me to the end for my final thoughts here. All right, guys, that was your test. That was your test. I used Labocosmetica Primus, about, I don't know what dilution it is, but like, I don't know, what, 60 to 70 milliliters in 4 gallons to strip it. And yes, the DIY detail water spot remover left it looking hydrophobic. It was a slow sheeter off there, but so did the Gtechniq. It slowly sheeted off. Labocosmetica did not do that, okay? I hit it literally with 1 wash with the Labocosmetica alkaline pre-wash, and it removed any sort of protection or water behavior that you would have maybe assumed that was like hydrophobic. I was gonna hit it with panel prep and I was gonna repolish it and go through this whole thing, but I think that proves without a doubt that there is no protection left. There's no protection being left behind in these products. If you can tell, I don't know the angle of the camera here, but the hood is literally still wet. Where the DIY was here, it's still wet. The Gtechniq, it's still wet. And then the Energo, it's still wet. It's flooded literally on this panel. And it's been 10 minutes so far since I've actually filmed this. So hopefully that proves it to you guys. Now, the one thing, stick with me on this. The one thing I think you all should consider, and I think these companies should consider, is that we as detailers have really our eyes, our noses, and our hands, right? And so like how we diagnose and how we figure out things. So that said, when a customer car comes to us and it's ceramic coated and it's looking clogged and we want to treat it and diagnose it, what are we going to do? We're going to hit it with a contact wash, something higher alkaline. We're going to probably try and decontaminate it, see if it needs to be clay barred or clay toweled. We're going to do an iron remover as well. So we're going to do that to see if there's any sort of embedded contamination. The last step in that process to decon, to make sure that our coating isn't clogged, is using some sort of acid, an acid shampoo or a water spot remover. When we use a product like this or like this, and you wipe it in and spray it off and you see the water behavior look like that, it can be misleading, right? But in theory, you should be able to wash it off. You know, you want to neutralize it, so get back in on the surface and wash it. But I can understand where some people are concerned, where they think that this is tricking them. At first, when I saw the videos, I thought it was tricking me too, right? And I wouldn't want to use this because it's given the false perception that I've restored the hydrophobics when really it didn't. But I just wanted to show you, everyone's testing environment is different. Everyone's paint, everyone's product, like all this stuff is different. So don't believe everything you hear on the internet. Go out and test things for yourself if you have the means and the ability, or you can rely on people like me to come back and deliver you kind of a, we'll call this an op-ed to the other videos, because I wanted to see it for myself and I was fully prepared to tell you, yeah, this leaves something behind. Yeah, this leaves something behind. Literally one wash with an alkaline soap, it left nothing behind. I hope that was helpful for you. If this is your first time joining, I'm not normally this spicy. I'm a really fun guy, but I don't know. So this just kind of fired me up for some reason, and I really just wanted to do my own test of this and play armchair chemist and show you guys the results. So with that said, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think of this test compared to others. Happy to answer any questions, and I invite DIY, I invite Ivan to come into the comments and answer any questions as well. With that, thank you guys so much. Catch you in the next one. Bye all.